Then one thing I want to say about this, because I said if it's closed, it's really safe if the valve is closed, they have put in a stumble recovery part. So if one of the 3 sensors notice anything out of the ordinary with the walking, it will immediately make sure that the resistance is put on the most safe possibility. So if it feels you're stumbling and you're in a certain position, it will give the resistance that you don't fall through it on that position your knee is in that moment. So the knee kind of calculates it to make sure you don't go flat on your face while walking. The moment it notices that you're walking again normally, to say it that way, between the values that it has noticed that you're walking, it will just go back to the normal walking speed or everything you need at that moment. So that was kind of the boring part, more in detail about how the knee works. But yeah, then always the questions come. So we try to put down the most common questions we have gotten so far. And yeah, that's always the first one. How long is the battery life? They say 2 to 3 days. Depends, of course, how much you use it. Same with your phone. It can use it very long. Oh, somebody's trying to call me. I will call them back later on. So yeah, it's 2 to 3 days, but if you want to extend it, we have you can also buy the pack with it. But what if the battery then dies? This is the next question that always comes. It's a mechanical knee inside. So if it dies, you have a mechanical knee you can walk with. Yes, of course, it's then a really heavy mechanical knee, because yeah, you still have the technology in there, but you always can come home with the knee. It's not that it completely locks and you're walking with a stiff knee for the rest. Then, yeah, if I'm saying how much battery do you have left, is mostly the third question that comes afterwards. You can, I already said that you can push the button. So we showed it again, the 3 buttons in the top. If you push the upper button, it shows a color, it also flickers. If it's green, it's always good. If it's red, you may have to notice that you have to load it sometime. Of course, if you're going to use it, we will talk a little bit more in detail which color and how it flickers, what it means, of course. We have an app. We have an app for the CPOs to use, and we have an app for the patients to use. In that app, you can adjust the values we put in there just a bit. So if you want a bit more resistance, it's possible, but we cannot give you the full range. We don't want any trouble happening. So we have a patient app for that. The nice thing about the patient app as well is that you can insert your own modes. So if you have the feeling and want a certain ability to be able to do, and I think the biggest example we have gotten is somebody who is a priest in a Muslim community, and he wanted to go very quickly to his knee. So he made a special mode that the moment he put that mode on, he could fall to his knee and pray with the others, instead of always going it slowly, what a normal knee would do. The other question is the cylinder, of course. I think Elin already mentioned it. We put it to the side, well, we freely put it to the side to make sure that you have more flexion in the knee. I talked a bit about the modes and how can you see in which mode you are. You can see it in the app, for sure, but you can also see it on the knee. You can put 2 modes active on the knee where it can switch between. If you push the middle button, you hold it for 3 seconds, the speed it flickers in shows you in which mode you are. If you're just in the walking mode or in the special one you chose it to be. We talked about all those modes and why would you use a golf mode. Like, I don't even play golf, but I love that mode to use. You can use it for gardening, you can use it for boxing, you can use it for motorcycle riding. Next question. You can use it for fitness. The thing is, golf mode gives you the opportunity to just give the knee a certain squat angle on the knee. So if you need something on this kind of degrees, you put that degree in there and you can just hang in the knee, which is really nice. It stays there as long as you have the mode in, still extend, but you cannot go any further. So important to know, if you put the golf mode on, please do not walk downstairs, because that's not really nice to do with that mode. So that's kind of the common questions we have. And I would love to give Elin to give you the small summary of it all. Yes.
Yeah. So here we have a little bit short summary of what Elina and I have talked about. So this hard technology, which is a specific technology of this knee, is the one that you have there at the wall that can go from 0 to 100, anything in between. So the diameter changes really quick depending on what you're doing. That's special with this one, and that gives you that walk like me feeling. You can use this for all K3, all K4 users, low, moderate, high, depending on activity levels, of course, and what your patient prefer. You have the app for you, like the patient app and prosthetic app, which is very easy to use. It's IP67 certified. You have this low build height, 260 millimeter, which is really great. You do not need to set it in for service. So after 3 years, then you set it in, but otherwise you don't need it in the first 36 months. The battery life is 2 to 3 days. You can have the booster pack available and just charge it on the go if you need to. And the 20 modes that Lina is talking about more, so you can customize how you would like the knee. So you can change the mode in the app if you would like to, or on the knee. You can also, as Lina said, push a button and they can see which mode you're in. If you're in the walking mode or in the out mode. So you can decide if you would like to change the mode on the knee or in the app. And then also have some recommended foot that you can try it out with. It's Freedom Feet, it's Kentera or Agilix, which has been great with this knee as well. Kentera has some like flexion angle in plantar and dorsal flexion. We are gonna put Petter on stage, so he will be walking a little bit, so you can see it in real life. So we fitted Petter this morning, just before lunch. So he has been walking with the knee for a while. As Lina said, she would have been feeling a bit different if she had all the equipment she needed, but it looks pretty good. So Petter will just walk around, you can see it live, and then Petter can also go ahead and describe your feeling, and of course your honest one. So, and if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask them after Petter said his experience.
Jeg tar det på norsk.
Ja, do that.
Nå har jeg ikke brukt den så lenge, jeg har bare brukt den noen timer, men jeg er blitt godt vant med den allerede. Han fungerer jo nok så likt så X3-en, så jeg går på til daglig. Fungerer greit i trappene. Han har jo ikke trappehjelpen opp, men du kan fint gå i trapper ned og mer. Eneste som og det har jo dere snakket om, det er jo at batteritiden er litt mindre enn det jeg er vant med på X3-en.
Ja.
Så du må nok lade mye mer enn det X3-brukere er vant med. Men ellers så synes jeg han fungerer veldig greit. Nå satt jeg litt der borte, da dinglet jeg bare med foten mens han satt.
I saw you doing it.
Ja. Nå bare henger han fritt og dingler. Så jeg reiser meg opp, og da fungerer han akkurat så MPK-en skal.
Great. Can you show them when you would get in a car that if you put your foot a bit up, that it goes quickly down? Elin was talking about it, and I like visual things.
Oh.
So if he would put his leg up a bit, maybe you can stand first. And then you put your knee a bit to the front, extend it. Is it working? You can use me or...
Yeah, it's stopping now.
Yeah, stopping that part. And the other thing that's really nice is if you put it like this to the front, just so extend it first. Always extend it first, guys, for the safety of the knee. Then if you put it to the front, it goes quickly down. Now it's going slowly. So if you put it less...
Yeah, would you like to hold on to me?
Extend it first. Yeah, like this. And it goes quick. So you don't have to wait, because I know I get in a car very quickly. You don't have to wait for 5 seconds for the foot to fall down. So if you put it on a nice angle, not too high, but a little bit low, it falls down quickly, so it's easy to get in the car with your prosthetic knee. That option, I put it on now on the app. It's also possible if he says, I don't want it, you can put it off, of course. Yeah. Anything else somebody wants to see? We now have the patient.
Yeah.
I don't want to do handstands or something, but that's the only thing, it's a bit too far. But if you want to see something, now's the chance. Or if anybody has questions.
Anybody dance better? Oh.
You may ask them in Swedish as well, I just don't understand, but they can answer it nicely.
Yeah. All crystal clear?
Sounds like a really good silence.
Yeah, exactly. Or a bad one.
No, always positive. Yeah, if you have further questions, Petter has it till the end of the day, so you may always ask him. And we are downstairs also to answer some questions.